Welcome to The Explainer, where today we're letting an AI call the shots on the upcoming Fulham versus Chelsea match. We're going to break down exactly how the algorithm sees this game, from basic team strength all the way to the most likely final score.
All right, let's not beat around the bush. Why build up all the suspense? We're starting with the AI's final answer. So, who does the machine think is going to win this classic London derby?
And there you have it. Wow. The AI is predicting an incredibly close match, giving a slight, and I mean razor-thin, edge to Fulham at home. A home win is just over 35%, a draw is right on its heels, and a Chelsea away win, well, it's the least likely, but still almost a 30% chance. This thing is a total toss-up.
Okay, so how on earth did the AI land on that conclusion? Well, it all starts with the most fundamental question you can ask. Which team is actually stronger? The first step is to give each club a kind of power score. To do that, it uses a system called an ELO rating. Now, if that sounds familiar, it's probably because it originally came from the world of chess. It's pretty simple, really. It gives each team a score that goes up when they win and down when they lose. It's constantly being adjusted based on who they play and what the result is.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Based on just the ELO rating, Chelsea is the stronger team on paper, no question. They've got a rating of 1573.7, while Fulham is sitting at 1551. So you'd think, okay, Chelsea win. But that's not what the final prediction said, is it?
And that's because the AI doesn't just stop there. Nope, it's way smarter than that. It actually brings in a whole team of specialist AIs, and each one has its own unique way of looking at the data to get the full picture.
So meet the panel of experts. You've got 5 different types of machine learning models here. Just think of them as 5 different pundits, right? Each one has its own philosophy, its own way of seeing the game, and they all analyze the match completely on their own before they come together. And this table just brilliantly shows how much these AI pundits can disagree. Take a look. The artificial neural network, that's ANN at the bottom, is super confident Fulham is going to win at home. But then you look at Random Forest up top, and it's calling for a big Chelsea victory. It's a complete clash of opinions.
So this is the final and most important step. How do you take all of these conflicting opinions and turn them into one single, unified prediction? How do you get a consensus?
This is where the real magic happens. The system doesn't just average their opinions out. First, it polls all 5 experts. Then, and this is the key part, it weighs each of their predictions based on how accurate that specific expert has been in the past. Finally, it blends all of that into one much more sophisticated forecast.
And that clever blending process is what brings us right back to where we started. See, this isn't just an average guess. It's a weighted consensus that gives more credit to the models with a better track record. And that's what leads to that super tight margin we saw at the beginning. But we're not done yet. The analysis goes deeper than just who's going to win. The AI also gets into the nitty-gritty, starting with how many goals we can actually expect from each team. Okay, first up, the home side, Fulham. The model is projecting them to score, on average, 2.06 goals, so it's definitely expecting a pretty strong attacking performance from them at home.
And for the visitors? The AI thinks Chelsea will score just a bit less, around 1.88 goals. And that tiny difference in expected goals, that's really what's behind the model's final conclusion that Fulham has the slight edge here.
Now, when we look at the most likely final scores, things get even crazier. We have a dead heat for the most probable outcome. A 2-1 win for Fulham and a 1-1 draw are both sitting at a 7.9% chance. It just hammers home, again, how much of a nail-biter this is expected to be.
So, we've waded through all the data, all the models, all the probabilities. What's the simple takeaway here? What does this all really mean?
Here's the bottom line. The AI sees a match that could go either way. And even though Chelsea has the better rating, the model is giving the home underdog Fulham a tiny advantage. This is where things like home field advantage, which those complex models pick up on, really start to tip the scales.
And that really leaves us with one final thought, doesn't it? The data paints a fascinating picture of a real nail-biter. But we all know football is played with passion on the pitch, not with numbers and a spreadsheet. We'll just have to see if the AI's cold, hard logic can stand up to the heat of the derby.
And just before we go, a quick and very important reminder. This AI prediction is for fun, for informational and entertainment purposes only. Please, always gamble responsibly.
If you or anyone you know might need some help with gambling, confidential support is always available. In North America, you can call 1-800-522-4700. In the UK, the number is 0808
8020-133. Or you can visit the website begambleaware.org.